Okay, you guys, what is up? The King of Lightning is here today to do One Piece chapter 698 review. We are 2 chapters away from the big 700. The big 700. And the chapters are earlier than usual. This is a Tuesday chapter as opposed to a Wednesday chapter. So, but I am prepared because I was informed pre-handed by Ali Manga Nation that the chapters were going to come out earlier than usual. So, you know, thanks to him, I am prepared with the holla. That's the way it is. And also, it appears that next week there's going to be no One Piece chapter because Oda's going to go on break. So, I mean, hey, it happens a lot, so we shouldn't be surprised. Mangaka have a hard time as it is with like 4 hours of sleep a day. Yeah, so I can understand. Taking a break is a necessity. So for all the One Piece fans, relax, take it easy, mellow down, chill, drink a few beers, whatever you gotta do. All right, smoke some weed. I mean, hey, I'm not promoting weed. I'm just saying whatever you gotta do to chill down. Okay, masturbation, video games, whatever. Do what you gotta do in order to chill down. Alright, now. Yeah. This is not a marijuana promotion video. I swear to God. This is not a marijuana promotion video. Capitalize on the not. Okay? Now. This week's chapter of One Piece can be broken down into 2 parts. The first part being the Law, Luffy, and crew stuff. The second part being Don Quixote, Doflamingo, Smoker, and a big name. A big name cat coming back from the dead. Literally. Oh, man. I love this motherfucker. So, that being said. Alright, that being said. First things first. Part number 1. In a nutshell, the Law and Luffy stuff is basically them going on a journey to Dressrosa, the new island that they're going to right now. The island where, you know, the Quixote family resides in, apparently. And also an info dump. It was an info dump of just a lot of shit. And I like it because when we get chapters that are exposition heavy, like this one, I mean, granted, there were a few fight scenes here with Flamingo, but it was a lot of exposition in this chapter, a lot. And we get a lot of info that regards the whole entire One Piece series. I like it a lot, I do. So, basically, we learned a few things here, right? We learned a few things here, and there are a few hints and a few maybes going on around here. Well, correction, one more time, right? There are a few things that we learn here, and then there are a few things that are hinted at, and a few things that are possibilities when it comes to part 1. First of all, it looks like Kinemon has a connection with Kaido. We're not too sure exactly like what's going on here. But when Law was talking about how their target is 100 Beast Kaido, Momonosuke, who right now is in dragon form, I don't know why, probably because of the fluctuation of his love fruit, Momonosuke and Kinemon were like, they're like, holy shit, whoa, like, oh, Kaido. And then Zoro turned around, he was like, is there a problem? And then he's like, no problem. So there may be a connection with him and Kaido. The second thing is that Kinemon, apparently he has a friend who is being held captive in Dressrosa. Now, I don't know why the Quixote family, I'm pretty sure that they're the culprits of this capture. I don't know why they would actually go out of the way to capture a samurai from the Wano Kuni. Maybe this samurai went in there himself or herself and like tried to attack them. I don't know. But what I will say is that Kinemon, he now appears to be like the new Vivi. You know? Like because Law has his own crew. So that's not the case with Law. That's an alliance. But Kinemon appears to be like the next Vivi. And it's kind of like, you know, because he was here for this arc. Next arc he's going to be here as well because they're going to Dressrosa. And he has a friend to save. And I don't see Kinemon Momonosuke leaving the crew until they get to Wano Kuni. and we don't know when that's gonna be. So that's, I mean, hey, take it as you would. Take it as you would. So that's the first thing, all right? The second thing, Law talks about, actually no, backtrack. Apparently, well, now that they're on the way to Dressrosa, apparently there's these weird things in the New World called like sea slopes, where like you can ride them and shit, and like they'll take you like a lot faster to your destination. And like Luffy and like Sunny was riding one of these sea slopes after Frankie explained how he got the Mary 2 by some weird current in Punk Hazard. But I mean, it's not a big deal, but whatever. But basically, like, Mini Mary 2 is it's back in the ship, and there are these things called sea slopes that if you catch one and if you can navigate it, you can ride the current and you can travel fairly quickly. So I mean, it's a fun fact, I guess. I mean, will it be important later on? I mean, probably, because think about it. I mean, the sky paths are important now with Flamingo, so these sea slopes may be important later on at some point in the series. Who knows? Who knows? So that's number 2. Number 3, Law breaks down the whole system of the Yoko. All right, he breaks down how, number 1, the Yoko, as of late, have attained large territories and a lot of motherfuckers. A lot of motherfuckers. He was talking about how there are so many people in the crews and in the sub crews of these Yoko, where the possibility of one pirate crew infiltrating and actually meeting and beating a Yoko is impossible. It is impossible. Alright? You are probably going to get taken out by the hordes. By the hordes of the men underneath the Yoko. And probably never see the captain's face. Not only that, but remember, in each of these crews, there are top tiers within the crews themselves. Again, in Big Mam's crew, Bobin, that weird dude, that weird guy Bobin, just came back from destroying a fucking island. He just came back. And he's a freaking top tier in a Big Mam's crew. Fuck Big Mam herself. Bobin. So, that's crazy shit, man. That is crazy shit. Cause this is true, because I know why. It's true in the case of not only Big Mam and Kaido, but also Shanks and, other Yokon as well. Like, Shanks, I remember, before Shanks met with Whitebeard, he sent some guy to meet Whitebeard for it. Some dude like Red Rockstar, or like whatever his name was. And he had a letter for Whitebeard, and he was an underling of Shanks that was new to the crew. He was new to the Red Air Pirates, so like that right there is an example. And he had a fairly high bounty, not mega high, but fairly high. Also, when you take a look at Whitebeard, when he died, like when they had him, like when Whitebeard and Ace died, and then they had the ceremony for that, and then Shanks was walking away, you saw people, a lot of pissed people around Shanks when he was walking back to his ship. Like, they were all lined up and shit. They were all lined up. Just a sea of people. And these people were all underneath Whitebeard. Whitebeard. So, yeah. Yeah, the Yoko have a lot of fucking people in their crews. That's for sure. That's for sure. And also, he explains how the Yoko themselves, they stay on the down low for the most part, and they have down low interactions to avoid the Marines, because they don't want to have unnecessary scuffles. I mean, they could beat Marines clearly. They could easily beat Marines, because I remember when Shanks met Whitebeard, Shanks destroyed an entire fucking fleet on the way to meet Whitebeard. So they could easily crush Marines, easily, but they don't want to do it because it's unnecessary fighting. All right, just how Luffy and his crew, they can beat the shit out of Marines all the time, but why? But like, what's the point of always fighting? So, and the thing here is that apparently the guy who they go to on the download the most time is Don Quixote do Flamingo. He's their download dude. But now, Law, they're going to completely eradicate. They're going to completely remove Quixote from the factor as a download dude by removing his status as Shichibukai, and thus putting a permanent dent on his business, quote-unquote business. And this is gonna piss off the top tier motherfuckers, like the top tier dudes, like Kaido, like Big Mom. All right, and you know that's it's good. It's good. It's good. I like it. I like it a lot. I like it a lot. And that's pretty much like the main stuff involving the Luffy and Law crew stuff. I mean, like there was a few things here and there with like Law informing them of the alliance, like those who didn't hear about it the first time. You know, Caesar Clown. Oh yeah. Apparently, it was Vegapunk who was the one who found out how to make the properties of the devil fruits, and Caesar Clown was just mooching that off in order to create Smiley. But this also probably has something to do with how he can imbue devil fruits in weapons. Which, yeah, when we see Vegapunk, expect to learn a lot of shit. Expect to learn a lot of shit. Oh yeah, oh yeah, oh yeah, oh yeah, oh yeah. I can't wait for that shit. So, that's part one right there. Part one, I'll give it good. Like that was a good part. Now, part two, it was simple, but it was goddamn awesome. All right, well, that rating I'll tell you later. But yeah, what happens in part two? Flamingo, and now it's confirmed fully that he has strings. It's not hockey, it's actual strings, right? Actual strings that he uses to fight. And these strings are invisible, and they're quick, and they have a lot of fucking range, and they're deadly. They're fucking deadly. So, the first thing here, right, is that this part I didn't like a lot. I did not like at all. When it came to Brownbeard and the Fodder Marines going back for their, you know, going back for their friends. Fuck up, but I don't care. No takes. I didn't like it a lot because, my opinion, I don't care if it's fodder. I do not care if it's fodder. Leave dead dogs where they lie. And the fact that, according to these guys, Shinikuni, you can still breathe through the actual plastic coating, and if you breathe in enough of the actual, you know, poison for like, you know, like a full-blown day, then you die. I was like, really? I was like, come on, man! Like that's so lame. That's so fucking lame. Ah, like really? It takes a full day to kill fodder motherfuckers in this plastic coating where they should be suffocated. Fuck. I mean, that's all I can say. Just fuck. 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 Alright. But aside from that, what happens is that we see the bodies of Baby Five and Buffalo, and they're being tied down by Kairoseki cuffs. You know, chains. But all of a sudden, their heads, literally their heads, come flying down and onto their bodies. And out through the middle comes Don Quixote Don Flamingo. And this shit was fucking awesome. Because the moment he touches down, hockey up. Just hockey up. And dude just passed the fuck out. Like, you know, don't... taking dirt naps. And that was awesome. That was awesome. He starts walking in there, right? King Kong and hockey style. Walking in there. Where's Law? I was like, yeah, he must like you Law. He's like, where's Law? Where the fuck is this punk? Where are the straw hats? And one of the Marines point a gun at fucking, you know, Flamingo. Bad move. Flamingo swipes. We see momentary strings come out of his fingertips. And then this guy's face gets shredded. His face gets shredded. Just shredded. His gun gets shredded. His face gets shredded. And then Flamingo like jumps in the air and like he's shredding dudes. He's shredding dudes' faces and shit, like shred. Like, ugh. Like, I'm like, Flamingo. This fucking motherfucker. And then Smoker comes in there. Goes for a punch. He easily dodges the punch. He easily, just sidesteps, dodges the punch, right? And then he's like, where's Law? Where are the Straw Hats? And then Smoker's like, I have no idea. And Smoker said some really cheeky shit right now. He said, but I'll inform Base Commander Virgo of the situation. I was like, yo, that's mad cheeky. I was mad cheeky. And then Flamingo's like, you know too much. And swipe. And then the next scene we see, his face is shredded. And then he's about to kill Smoker. But right behind him. And like this motherfucker like warped in. Like this motherfucker warped in. Flamingo has color of observation hockey. We saw that when he easily dodged Baby 5 shit while talking on the phone. And he was about to kill Smoker, and he did not sense Aokiji coming behind him. This nigga warped in, and he was like, yo, get your foot off my friend. I'm like, yeah. Aokiji Kuzan. And that right there is where the chapter ends, alright? I mean, look, this chapter would have gotten a great, but it's going to get a good plus. And mainly because of the fact that that shit with the fodder, it pisses me off. It really does. It really does. It really does. With the whole entire, like, save my friends who should be dead in this poison fucking, island, but no. No. And the Shino Kuni, no. It should be called One Day Shino Kuni. Alright, not Shino Kuni. Because it takes 1 day to kill motherfuckers. So, I mean, that's bullshit. It really is. But what I will say is that when you have Aokiji coming in there like a boss against Don Quixote Doflamingo, that is an automatic approval. You get the stamp of approval of fucking awesomeness. But you get bumped out to great, and when you get... So we have part 1 that's good, part 2 that's great, and that means that the chapter overall is good plus. So I'll leave it at that. I'm done. King Lightning. Be sure to, of course, rate, comment, and subscribe as always. Peace. Have a nice goddamn day, because I know I had.